So basically, hi guys, welcome. Today, my company is called Opixtech, and Opixtech is a global leading algorithmic trading service provider. So basically, we provide the tech and the trading services. Okay, so Opix, actually, we are using algorithmic trading, or in short, we call it AI trading. As you can see, AI trading actually started in the year of 2018. Okay, it's used in various fields such as equity, commodities, precious metal, Forex, and fixed income. So I'm sure many of you know that currently the trend is going into AI. Therefore, you have heard of many new AI company launching, such as ChatGPT and so on and so on. All right. So basically, we are a financial institutions, and all we are doing is providing trading services to retail investors. So in the middle, you can see Fidelity Investments. Okay, so basically they have 75 million members worldwide, and their asset under management is around $4.7 trillion. So they are one of the biggest in the world right now. And then on the right, you will see Opix Algo. So Opix Algo, basically, we launched it in January 2023, okay, in this year, actually just a few months back. And when we first started, our retail clients, we had around 1,000 members around the world. And our asset under management back then was only 3.6 million. Right now, in the month of, we are close to July. So actually, we launched in January 2023, but we started going into the market around end of February. So I would say in a short span of 3 months, we have currently we have more than 2,000 members around the world. Okay, and our asset under management is around $9 million. So as you can see, we doubled the number of clients, and we are close to tripling the amount of asset under management. So that's how fast we are growing. All right. So as you all know, Forex is the largest financial market in the world with a daily turnover of $6 trillion. Yes, guys, $6 trillion, and this is daily turnover. Okay, so moving on, let's get to the good part. So like I mentioned earlier, my company, we are called Opixtech. Okay, so we are a fintech company that offers our tech and trading services, but we do not collect any of our investors' money. So where is the money? So Opix, actually, we have worked together with Reina Prime, or we call it RN Prime, a broker house, okay, that is located in Australia and is registered in Australia as our partner broker. So what does this mean? So for all of you that never been into Forex before, every trading or fund management Forex company have to work together with one or a few broker house for them to store the money. So basically what it means is all of our funds are in Reina Prime, okay? So this is the certificate for Opix, which is to me not that important compared to this. Why? Because this is Reina's Prime certificate. So in order for any broker house to start crowdfunding or collecting funds from the public, they have to be regulated. Hence, every broker house will at least have one regulation license. So this is very important, guys, because why? Reina Prime, the one that is regulating Reina Prime is ASIC, the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. Okay, so basically what this means is every single dollar that enters and exits Reina Prime is regulated by the government of Australia. So as you can see on the bottom part here, we have this company registration number, right? So before I continue, why don't we check the authenticity of this license? So what I will do is, before I go on, let's go to the website. Okay, so what I will do is ASIC Australia. I'll type this in Google, and as you can see, this is the official government website for ASIC. So guys, let me tell you a little bit about ASIC. So ASIC is the world top 3 brokerage license. Okay, so we have the NFA, FSA from the UK and the US, and then we have ASIC. So it's a very sought after regulation license, and it's very well known. So as you can see, once I enter to the website, I click professional registers, I type in Reina Prime, the number, and as you can see, it shows that Reina Prime Private Limited, the status is current, which means we are currently under their regulation. So this is just to show you how well secured your fund is. Okay, every single dollar of our money is regulated by the Australian government. Right? So moving on. So Reina Prime, Reina Prime has 3 key institutional partners. So number 1 is of course ASIC, the one regulating their funds. Number 2, we have 10, okay, a bridge aggregator company. I will talk about this later on. Let's just leave it for now. And number 3, we have MetaTrader 4. Basically, it's the trading platform that we are using, and it's used worldwide. All right. So here comes the good part. Our liquidity providers. So we are currently working together with 12 liquidity providers. Okay, so as you can see, there's only 9 here because the PPT hasn't been updated yet. So the latest good news is our latest liquidity providers, we already signed with JP Morgan, guys. I'm sure you heard of JP Morgan before. They are currently working together with us as well. Okay, so most of you might not understand or might not know who is liquidity providers. So in order to make it easier for you to understand, I'm going to draw it out. Okay, so the logic works like this, guys. This is Opix. All right, so Opix, we are a fund manager, or we call it service provider, tech service provider. Okay, but we do not collect your fund. So all your fund is located in RN Prime. This is the broker house. Okay, and it's regulated by the Australian government. So in order for the broker house to execute all their trades in the open market, they have to send all their trades to the liquidity provider. So basically, you can call them the world's biggest investment bank. Okay, so this is how the logic works. So before I explain more about this, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of knowledge about the difference of broker house. So I'm sure most of you have heard before that, oh, this broker house collapsed, or this Forex company collapsed. So most of the time, actually, it's not the fund management company's mistake. Okay, most of the time they are trading very well, but the problem is they traded with the wrong broker house. They work together with the wrong broker house, because in Forex we have 2 types of broker. One, we have the book A broker, or we call it the NDD, non-dealing desk broker. And then the second type, we have the book B broker, you see, or we call it the dealing desk broker. So for Reina Prime, we are book A broker. Remember that we are book A. So what is book A broker? Book A broker basically means all of the trades are sent to the open market. So this is basically where the $6 trillion is, guys. So this is where the $6 trillion is. So all of the trades are sent to the open market. Basically what it means is whatever that you profit or you lose will goes to the open market. So it's very fair and square. But most of the brokers out there, they are book B broker. So what is book B broker? Basically, they are only betting against you. Okay. So when you win $1,000, basically what it means is they are losing $1,000. So if you win 10K, they are losing 10K. So when you win 2 constantly, what will happen? They will close the company down and then they will leave with the rest of the fund. So you get what I mean now? So we are book A broker. Always remember this. So all of our trades are sent to the liquidity providers, or we call them the world's biggest investment bank. All right. So I'm done with this part, coming back to here. So remember I told you we are using AI to trade. So how do we use the AI to trade? Basically, we are collecting big data from the liquidity providers. So I'm sure most of you heard of big data before, but most of you never heard about it. So why don't I explain a little bit about big data? So basically, big data actually happens around us every single day and every single second. Let me give you an example. Have you ever noticed that maybe once or twice you were talking to your friends or your family members about taking a trip to another country, to let's say Australia or something? And then when you're done talking, and then you log into your Facebook and your Instagram, you will realize that they are recommending Facebook Australia flight ticket and also hotel promotions. Have it happened to you before? I'm pretty sure it does. Because why? Because actually your phone is collecting big data from you every single day. It's called behavior data. But in Forex, we don't need that kind of data. We only require two kinds of data. So what are those data? I'm going to explain about it later. Just know that all these data are provided by our liquidity providers, all right? So moving on, before I continue on, I need to make sure that you understand about one thing. The difference between our company and any other Forex company you have heard in the past. Because what we are doing, changing the DNA of Forex, all right? So basically what we're doing is totally different from the Forex company that you might have heard in the past before. So how is it different? So in Forex, there's two types of income. The first type, we call it the trading profit, which is the one that you might heard before. So what happened is today, you are joining another company. It's normally either a copy trade company or a fund management company. So basically what you earn is how well your fund manager can perform. Meaning if they can make 5% this month, you make 5%. But if they lose, you lose as well. So that's the traditional way of doing Forex. But in Opix, we are totally different. We do not focus on trading profit. Instead, we focuses on lot rebate profits. So, like I mentioned to you, there are two types of profit in Forex. So what is this lot rebate profits? To make it simple, lot rebate profits, every time you place a bet in the broker house, you will get rewarded by lot rebate. Okay, so it's the same as you going into the casino. If you are playing in the VIP room, every single bet that you place, the casino will reward you with water money. We call it water money in the casino. So it's the same thing. And the good thing about this lot rebate and water money is it doesn't matter whether you win or you lose the trade, you will still get rewarded. Okay, so it's a form of reward. So like I mentioned, we are totally focusing on lot rebate. Hence, our investor can earn up to $18 per lot. Okay, so going on, remember I told you earlier that we are collecting big data from you, not from you, so from the liquidity providers in order for us to perform the trade. So there's only two types of data that we need. And number one is the maker warehouse volume. So what is this? To put it, to explain about it in a simpler terms, what it means is today in Forex, many people are facing one problem. It's called slippage. S-L-I-P-P-A-G-E, slippage. So slippage basically happens when you open a trade, you open a trade in the market, but it's not executed immediately. Maybe there's like a 30-second or 1 minute delay after you open the trade. So when this happens, it's very bad for you because the price is different and the entry price, everything is different. So for us, we in Opix, our execution rate is 100%, which means slippage will not happen to us because we are working with 12 liquidity providers. And before we place the trade, we already know which liquidity providers is absorbing the trade. So this is number one. And number two is the order flow analysis. So what is the order flow analysis? Basically, what it means is we want to know the direction of the market right now. So for example, let's pull a pair, Euro, US dollar is a pair. So what we want to know now is the market favoring in US dollar or the market is favoring in Euro dollar? So after we have both of this information, we will then perform our trade. So the difference between us and the other company out there is all of our trades are executed in hedging entries. So what is hedging? Hedging basically means the same pair at the same time, you buy and you sell it. So when this happens, it doesn't matter which direction the market is heading into, you will not lose much, and at the same time, you will not profit much. So basically what we're trying to do is we're just trying to break even. So now you might be wondering, so if you're not profiting, then what is the company profit then? So like I mentioned to you earlier, okay, we are not focusing on trading profit. Our goal is to break even and earn lot rebate. So how does it work? Let me give you an example. So let's talk about this trade now. Let's say it's losing, the first trade you see is red color, right? Let's say it's losing $60 for this trade. But like I mentioned to you, every single trade, as long as you cover the spread, you will get rewarded by lot rebate. So for this trade, let's say we got rewarded $40 US, okay? So this is the losing trade. So let's look at the opposite trade when it's winning, all right? So let's say the winning trade, it's $50. So trading wise, we are still losing $10, negative $10. But for this trade itself, we are getting rewarded by lot rebate as well. So that's $40 again for our lot rebate. So in total, we have $80 in lot rebate. And after minusing the $10 in trading lossage, we are still profiting $70. So that is how the fundamental basis of how my company is trading. Okay, that's the simple logic. Of course, it's not as simple as it looks, but that's how it works. Okay, so this is what hedging means. So if you ask me to explain to you in a simpler terms, what is Opix Algo? I'm going to tell you, okay, guys, this is one of our best selling points. So make sure you pay attention. Number one, we are a very efficient trading model company. So what do I mean by this? How are we efficient? Because we execute 20 trades every single day. 20 trades every day. And the best part is all of our trades are on the same day basis. What it means is today, when we execute 20 trades, by the end of the night, we will make sure all the trades are closed. We don't have any swing trades or overnight trades. Because why? When you have overnight trading or swing trades, the risk is very high, all right? Because you can't monitor you can't be in front of the monitor for 24 hours. So when you leave the monitor, something might happen and you might lose a lot of money because of that. So that's number one. Number two, this is the best part, guys. This is the best part. Make sure you pay attention, okay? We are a riskless hedging arbitrage company. So what do I mean by riskless hedging arbitrage? Okay, so it's not riskless, but because your risk is so small, we call it riskless. So what do I mean by this? So guys, in Opix, our biggest drawdown is 3%. So what does this mean? It means that all of our investors, your maximum risk that you are facing is only 3%. How wonderful is that? So basically what it means is, okay, today in Forex, we have this thing called the black swan incident. So a black swan incident happens when something really, really bad happened to a country. For example, a tsunami, earthquake, a volcano eruption, or war. So when this happens, what will happen to the market is it will collapse. And most of the fund managers out there and Forex company out there, when this happens, they will lose around 30 to 50% of their capital. So they might be profiting for 7 or 8 months, but in the end, they can lose everything just because of one black swan incident. So what I'm telling you now is, even though if a black swan incident happened during our trade, the maximum you will lose is 3% of your fund. That is how safe Opix is, which means if you invested $10,000 and shit hit the ceiling, the max you will lose is $300. That's all. Okay. So this is number two. Number three is high lot rebates. So what is high lot rebates? Okay. So if you have any experience in Forex before, or if you go around and ask anyone, any other company, the monthly average for $10,000 is 30 lot. But in Opix, we can get up to 70 lot. Why? Because we perform more trades. Simple as that. Like I mentioned to you, the more trades you can perform, the more lot rebate you will be rewarded, because it's based on every single trade. All right. So all of our members, when you join, you will receive two kinds of account. On the left, we have the company main PAM account. Okay, so Opix, we are using PAMM system. So if you want to know more about PAMM, you can Google about it, or you can go to YouTube. There's a lot of explanation, but I'm not gonna go into PAMM. So I'm just gonna give you a simple explanation. What it means is the company main account. So what happened is, in the main PAM account, when you log in, okay, you can see all of the company's live trade. Okay, guys, live trades, which means you can see what time and what price, what's our entry price, what's our entry point. Everything can be checked. Everything is transparent. All right. So before I continue, I forgot about something. Let me tell you about something. In Opix, our three main selling point is, number one, transparency. We are transparent from A to Z. Everything can be checked. Everything can be validated. That's number one. Number two is the safety of your fund. And number three is the stability of your income. Okay. So why do I tell you about this right now? Because this is the first point of our transparency. You see, most of the Forex company out there, they will not be able to show you about this live trading. Most of them can only show you history trading. Why? Which means it's already profited when they show you. They cannot show you the live trade because, well, most of the time it's fake. Okay, they cannot prove it. But in Opix, we can. Okay, so coming back. So on the left is the company PAM account. On the right, it's your own personal rebate account. So the logic is, every single day, my company will initiate 20 trades. We will execute 20 trades. And by the end of the day, all the trades will be closed. And every single time each trade is closed, the rebate profit from that trade itself will enter into your private account. So if we have 20 trades here, by the end of the day, 20 rebate profit will enter your personal account. Simple as that. Okay, so moving on. So guys, this is MQL5 and this is my FX book. So if you're not familiar with them, basically they are a platform where all the fund managers around the world, they will submit their trades into this platform for the public to view. Okay, but the thing is, you have to be validated and your trade have to be authentic in order for you to showcase your trades in this website. Okay, so basically we are validated by them. So as you can see on MQL5, we are performing 100 trades per week since day one without failing. So what it means is, okay, first of all, you have to understand Forex, on Saturday and Sunday, the market is closed, which means 100 trades per week, which means 5 days a week, consistently, we are executing 20 trades a day. And here comes the best part, guys. Our drawdown by equity is only 1.88%, which means it hasn't touched the 3% yet. So this is how safe all of our investors are. Imagine this, guys. Today, when you join Opix, okay, the maximum risk you will face is only 1.88. So if you invested $10,000, your maximum risk is only $188. How safe it does. This you might not know how great this is. Let me give you an example. Outside, okay, any other Forex company out there, the good ones, their drawdown is normally 15%. Okay. Oh, no, someone is talking. Okay. So their drawdown is normally 15%. And the average, the normal company out there, their drawdown is around 30%, guys. And ours is 1.88. So when I compare it like that, you will know how safe we are compared to the others. So this is my FX book, okay? So all of you, don't worry, because I will send this presentation slide to all of you, and later you can switch open this slide and you can scan the QR code to enter the official website of MQL5 and also my FX book. Okay, so remember I told you our best selling point is number one, transparency. So what do I mean by that? Guys, I'm so proud when I say this. We, Opix, currently, we are one of the most transparent Forex company in the world right now. What do I mean by that? And how can I back what I say? Because currently, right now, we are the only company that is able to provide STP transaction proof to all of our members. So what is this STP transaction proof? Okay, let me draw it for you. So remember I mentioned all the trades. If all the trades is sent to the liquidity provider, it means you're in the open market. Okay, this is what we call the open market. So the process of sending all your trades, this process is called STP. Okay, we normally call it STP model. All right. So what it means is Opix, we can show you directly our proof that all of our trades are sent to the open market. Now, this might not sound very astonishing to you because maybe you don't have much experience in Forex. But let me explain something to you. Today, if you go to any other brokerage firm and request for STP, what they will tell you is they will tell you to fly to either Dubai or London or New York, get the letter of recognition, and then get it approved, get it signed, and then you have to fly back to your original country, and they will lock you in a room, and they will turn on a laptop. They will tell you two things. You cannot record and you cannot take photo of what you see. Why? Because they are afraid of you going out and asking the real professionals whether it's legit or non-legit. You see, this is what's been happening all around the Forex company out there. But in Opix, we don't need you to do anything. In fact, I will show you the video later on to prove to you that all of our transactions is real. And currently, like I mentioned, in the market, we are the only one that is able to prove this to our members worldwide without any requirement. All right, so that is how transparent Opix is. Moving on. So the whole logic is very simple. Today, when you join Opixtech as a member, okay, you directly register your account in our broker house. You do not go through us because of transparency. You register your account directly in Reina Prime, the broker house. So your fund is stored here, and then through 10, okay, the Forex aggregator will send all the trades to the liquidity providers, the World Bank, to perform the trade. So when the trade is executed and the profit is achieved, it will go back to all of our members. Simple as that. Okay, so now let's stop for a while because I'm going to explain to you what is 10. So remember I mentioned to you earlier that 10 is one of the key institutional partners of Reina Prime. So basically they are a Forex aggregator company. So what do? Basically, they are providing services where they collect all the data and the pricing from the liquidity providers, and they will provide it to the broker house. So what it meant is, today they will have servers all around the world. For example, all the trading hub like Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, Australia, London, New York, they'll have servers, high-speed servers all around the world to collect the data and send it to the broker house. So then the broker can choose where they will place their trades. So this is the main role of a Forex aggregator company. And beside this, they are also the one providing us with the STP proof that Reina is not betting against us. Reina is sending the trades to the open market, which means it's all legit trades. So why is it provided by third party by 10? Because if the proof is provided by Reina, I wouldn't believe it. Because why? You are the broker house, you are keeping my money. How could I believe you? Of course, you will say you are legit, right? So that's why we need a third-party independent company to prove to us that Reina is indeed a broker house. Okay, so moving on. Okay, guys, let me explain something. So this is the first summit that we held back in end of March. So during the end of March, actually we are in the market for around 2 months. Okay, 2 months. But back then in March, when we held this online Zoom summit, it was attended by more than 1,000 members around the world. The exact amount is 1,160 something from 15 countries. Okay, and during this event is when we first displayed to all the members about our STP proof. So currently last week actually, we just all are 5 of us from the Philippines, including me, we just attended the Bangkok Online Summit, which was our second summit. So we held a 300 members worldwide event in Bangkok. Not only that, you see, this year we have the International Financial Exchange. It was held in Bangkok, okay? And we, Opix, are the biggest sponsor for the whole entire event, okay? So currently we are in 23 countries, all around the world, 23 countries, and we have more than 2,000 members, closing to 3,000 members already. So that's how fast our growth is, okay? So without any further delay, let's get to the best part. So Opix, our highest annual rebate can go up to 109%. Okay, annual, yeah, guys, not monthly. Remember, it's annual profit. So how does it work? Very simple. How do I join Opix? Today, in order to join Opix, all you have to do is just to subscribe a package, and it's very flexible. Our packages starts from 1 month. So what does it mean? Okay, so I'm going to explain to you, but before that, let me share about something. So in Opix, remember I told you we have 3 main company account called PAM account. So we have 3 PAM account. The first PAM account is Opix Lite, okay, and then we have the second PAM account, Opix Pro, and we have the third PAM account, Opix Algo, okay. So basically, it depends on how much is your capital. So depending on your capital, you will enter your own main fund, okay. So as you can see, I'm going to explain using the 30K as an example. So let's say today, if you invest $30,000, how much ROI can you make every single month? I'm sure all of you are very curious about this, right? So let's do the calculation. Okay, so how do we calculate? In order to know how much you can make, first, you need to know how many lot size can your account produce in 1 month. So for 30K, the lot size that is able to produce is from 250 to 267. So what we'll do is we'll take an average. So an average of that will be 260. This is the amount of lot size you can perform in a single month. So if you take 260, then you multiply it by how many months do you plan to subscribe? If let's say 3 months, let's say you want to trade for 3 months. So what you do is 260, you multiply it by $13 per lot. That will equals to 3,380. So this is your gross income, guys. What do I mean by gross income? Because for any fund management company out there, okay, there's a profit sharing whenever you make a profit, all right? So in Opix, the profit sharing is 70-30. So basically what it means is you get to keep 70% of your profit, which is $2,366 per month. So this is if you are subscribing for 3 months. But let's say if you subscribe for 12 months, you see 12 months is going to be $18. So what you do is you multiply by 18. This is your gross income. And if you multiply it by 70%, you will see that the difference is around $1,000. Why? Because if you subscribe for 12 months, your monthly ROI will be $3,300, guys. That is how fantastic this Opix is, okay? This is how consistent your income will be, okay? Because instead of focusing on trading profit, which might vary different every single month, when you focus on lot rebate profit, okay, your income will be more stable. Because why? As long as you are performing the trades, executing the trades every single day without losing a lot of money and breaking even, you can basically get this income every single month, okay? So since the beginning of the company, since the beginning of Opix, every single day, we have successfully performed 20 trades without failing all the way until now. I need to mute someone again. Okay, so moving on. Now, before I continue, I don't want you to misunderstand about something. So you see these subscription packages, right? Does it mean that we lock your capital for 3 months or 6 months or 12 months? No. What it means is you can withdraw your capital anytime that you wish, guys. Remember this, yeah? We do not lock your capital. You can withdraw anytime that you wish. So what will happen if you void your contract? So what will happen is today, for an example, let's say if you subscribe for 12 months, okay, $10,000, every single month you're getting $1,000 in profit. So 3 months later, suddenly you decided you don't want to continue anymore. So after you press void contract, cancel contract, okay, what will happen is the company will deduct off whatever that you made and give you the balance in return. So which means if you have made $3,000, the company will return $7,000 to you. So that what it means is basically you have not joined us, okay? You don't lose anything, but at the same time, you do not make anything. Why? Because you voided the contract. But the good thing is there is no penalty for you, okay? No penalty. But the good news for the introducer is today, let's say if you introduce someone, all right, and after 3 months, they quit. So whatever bonus that you make from that person for the entire 3 months, you get to keep it. You do not need to return it to the company. Simple as that, okay? So let me give you another example so that you will be able to calculate it easier. So let's talk about $10,000. So $10,000, as you can see, the average lot size per month is going to be 70 lot. Why 70? Because I take the average. So 70, if you take 70, you multiply it, let's say by 12 months. So it's gonna be $18 and your net income will be $882. So that is close to 9% monthly ROI. And just now, when I mentioned about this 30K, if you subscribe for 12 months, is actually 11% ROI every single month. Okay. So now I would love for you to take a look at this, because basically this is all the calculated net income. Okay. So let's say today, if you're joining $3,000, you plan to subscribe for 12 months. What it means is every month you will get $277. So this is 9% as well. And on the top is your annual profit. So as you can see, if your months is lesser, the profit is lesser as well. So I'm going to give you 1 minute in order for you to have a look at this, or you can take a photo, because I'm going to use the toilet now.
Okay. So basically, all the presentation is being recorded. We can share this with you, and PowerPoint presentation we can share also with you so that you can review it. So if you have questions, you can type in the chat box, and then we'll try to so that you will not be able to forget it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we can address them later after the presentation.
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. I hope you took a great look about how our ROI, how much you can get depending on your capital and also your subscription month. Okay, so let's move on. So now we are going into the marketing side. Okay, the marketing bonus of the company. So there's 3 types of bonus in my company. Okay, first we have the performance bonus, 30%. So where is this coming from? Remember the profit sharing of 70-30, which all of our investors can get to keep 70% of their ROI. The 30%, which normally other Forex company will reserve for their own profit. Instead, in Opix, the company decided to reward all the marketing leaders with this income. I need to mute someone again. Okay, so all of the 30% goes to the networking leaders. Number 2, we have the $10 rebate bonus. So basically, this will be your main income, guys. This will be your main income. All right. So it's up to $10 depending on your rank. And number 3, we have the parallel ranking bonus. Okay, so I'm going to explain all of it in this one simple chart, right? So as you can see, in Opix, we have 6 types of rank. So you start from an IB and you climb your way up all the way to DIB, okay? So now I'm going to explain to you how much you can earn using GIB rank, or we call it rank 3, okay? Rank number 3. So in order to be a GIB, of course, there's requirements that you need to achieve. The first one is your self-investment has to be $5,000, okay? Number 2, your direct referral or direct sales have to be $15,000. And last but not least, your team sales, your total networking sales have to have a minimum of $60,000. And then you will qualify to be a GIB. So when you are a GIB today, your rebate bonus is $4 per lot. So how do we calculate $4? Very simple. Okay, for example, let's say you have an investor that invested $30,000. So let's calculate using that. Let's say today you only have one investor and that investor invested $30,000. So remember I explained earlier, for $30,000, every single month you can get up to you can get around 260 lot size. So what you do is you take 260, you multiply it by 4. Okay, that is your income from rebate bonus, $1,040. And guys, let me tell you something that will blow your mind. Do you think that this $1,040 is a one-time income? The answer is no. As long as your investor is still trading in the company, this is a recurring income, which means every single month you will get paid $1,040 as long as your investor is still in the company. How fabulous is that, guys? And do not forget, recurring income is compounding income. Why? Because the more network you have, the more recurring income you will have. It's totally opposite of selling a product or selling something else, because let's talk about a product company. If let's say you earn 100K this month, does it mean you will earn 100K next month? No, it still depends on your sales for the next month. But here, let's say you found a 30,000 investor and next month you don't have any new investor, but you're still getting paid the same amount. This is how wonderful and how addictive Forex income is. All right. So remember this figure, yeah? Then we will calculate the performance bonus. So how do we calculate the performance bonus? Basically, it's using the ROI of your investor. You multiply it by the percentage that you are getting. So 260, the 30K, his gross income is how much? So if you multiply by 18, it's going to be $4,680. This is the gross income, yeah? So what you do is you take this, you multiply by 15%, you realize that your performance bonus is 702. And guys, this is recurring as well. So what it means is, as long as you have one 30K investor under you, every single month, you are getting paid this amount. Every single month, guys, you're getting paid this amount. Imagine how wonderful this can be, all right? So the last part is also the most important part. So I really hope that you can pay attention to this part, because if you understand this part, you will know how is this company able to pay all the investors and the leaders every month, okay? Is it a Ponzi scheme or not? Depends on the logic of how the company is making money. So to me, it's very simple. Whenever I understand about a company, instead of knowing how much I can make, I always want to know how the company is making the money in the first place. If the company cannot explain it logically and prove it, it is a Ponzi scheme, guys. So the logic behind this is, today, remember I told you the company have 3 main PAM accounts. So this is Opix, Algo, Expert. Expert is the 30K account. So let's say if we have $2.7 million in the main account right now, with the capital of 2.7 million, every single month, we can achieve a total of 24,040 lots. Okay, this is the average. So 24,000 lots, every single lot Opix is getting paid $40 from Reina Prime, the broker house. Okay, we are getting paid $40 every single lot. So if you take 24,000 and you multiply it by $40, you will get an amount of 961,000. This is my company monthly profit from the lot rebate. All right. Then once the company make money, the company of course have to pay the investors. So the investors, the highest you can get is $18 per lot. Why? Because if you subscribe for 12 months, then you will get $18 per lot, remember? So if you take $18 multiplied by 24,000, you multiply it by $18, it's going to be 432,000. Okay, so the company will now pay off the investors, and then IB, the highest will be $10 depending on your rank. If today you are a DIB, you are earning $10 per lot, all right? And it's overriding, which means the company will not overpay. So if you take $10 multiplied by 24,000, of course, it's going to be 240,000. So let's do the math now. So 961,000, okay, if you minus off 432,000 and minus off 240,000, you will notice that even though after paying off a huge ROI to our investors and a huge payout to our IB, the company is still profiting 289,000 every single month. So this is the logic behind the company. So if this is too complicated, let's just say $40 is what we are getting per lot. So for the investor, we are paying $18 per lot, and for the IB, we are paying $10 per lot. Basically, the company will have a balance of $12 by the end of the day. So this is how my company can sustain. It's what we call self-sustainable company, because the company can profit even with the existing capital. So it is not a Ponzi scheme, simple as that. So this is the explanation behind the logic. But in order for me to believe you, you cannot just explain it. You have to prove it as well, right?